I want to welcome to the show, I consider somewhat of a father figure, the pioneer of Pop That, the president of 2 Live Crew. I'm talking about Uncle Luke Luther Campbell. What's
no problem,
on,
man. How you feeling,
I thought you were bringing the girls.
Oh, no, see, there you go. There you go.
We had to leave the girls at home
Yeah,
because we're trying to keep it
You
G-rated.
left all the baggage at home?
I left them at KOD in Miami and Magic City.
I think you left with a
Atlanta.
Masterpiece trunk. That's what I think you left.
All right, there you go.
I got to ask you, man, what were the 80s like when y'all were running things with that booty music down here in Miami?
Man, it was crazy. It was wild. I mean, every weekend. See, I'm the originator of celebrities being on the sideline at University of Miami, so everybody kind of took after me. But for the most part of it, it was just crazy. Everything was a big party.
Okay.
You know, this guy used to come down from Tallahassee because Tallahassee's so boring and get in trouble on South Beach, and he just had a ball.
Never me. I would never get into trouble.
Yeah.
Tell me this. Both these teams are getting ready to get hyped for a game.
Right.
If you had to pick one 2 Live Crew song that you would have them listen to before the game, what would it be? But remember who we're talking to here. We got to keep it clean.
know.
But
It'll
what
be-
would you have them to get hyped for a game?
I'm pretty sure all of them getting hyped on Pop That right now.
Okay.
Because that's one of the hottest songs in America.
Yes, it is.
You know, and it brings a little bit of the old and a lot of the new with Lil Wayne and Drake and all those guys.
Well, let me ask you. You are kind of like the Zagat of adult clubs.
Zagat?
I would say you're the Zagat survey
That's
of the
a
strip
SAT?
clubs. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
that's
When
right.
worlds collide right there. So if you wanted to get into the mood, say pregame, what strip club would you recommend?
If I wanted to get into the mood for the strip, I would say for this type of game,
Yeah, for this type, a big game.
you got to go to the Rolex.
The Rolex.
It's down and grimy and raunchy. You know, because you're going to have to get real dirty for this game right here. You're going to go 4 quarters. This the big daddy of them all. It don't get no bigger than this.
You can't bring no Tootsie into the national championship.
No, that's too. No, you got to get down and dirty.
All right, now speaking of the game, now you do a lot of youth work here with some young football players here, and you've had a lot of guys. Teddy Bridgewater, we just saw tight end. You were Northwestern, helped coach him. Now, is there, my understanding, you told me somebody that might have a breakout performance in this game could have a huge impact on that. You want to share who that is?
This my man, the Cooper, baby.
There it is, Amari Cooper right there.
The Cooper, baby.
Oh, look at him.
The Cooper,
The whole crowd.
the Cooper,
The Roll Tide fans
the
right
Cooper, baby. Hometown, Coop.
Yep.
Coop gonna do his thing.
They booing Uncle Luke. Evidently, they won't go home at 10 o'clock at night.
Man, better watch out. Now tell me this, back in the day, I mean, you always sported the U gear. You were on the 30 for 30 documentary. Now, didn't it hurt your bank account, though, getting all those players to go to the U back in the day?
See, there you go. There you go. You're trying to get me in trouble. We're already getting interviewed. I call it interviewed, not investigated.
Right.
By the NCAA. But no, man. I mean, that was the best time of my life. I mean, hanging out with those guys. A lot of people got it totally mixed up. You know, I was going down there because I saw a lot of guys getting in trouble. You know, guys having guns on the campus, and I just felt like, you know, I could sit on the couch and not do anything. If I'm an influence, I can go down there and talk to people like Jerome Brown, Darryl Fullerton, you know, Ray Lewis, and all of them, and say, man, go the straight road about this here.
I feel you. Well, since you're supporting Amari Cooper, I assume you're going with Bama in this game.
Of
right?
course,
Bama
of course.
-9.
I got to.
All right. Well, let me ask you this. You ride a
I can't go with the Catholics. I'm a convict.
That's true. You are nothing but the opposite
I'm
of
an original
Catholic.
convict.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Jesus don't go by Uncle Luke's place. We all know that. I want to ask you about the gospel of Luke, or rather Luke's gospel. You're calling for the Miami Times. You did some predictions for 2013.
Right.
Let me hear a couple of those. What do you got in store for us?
Well, one prediction is Chad Johnson will probably end up to L.A., you know, doing exotic films.
Exotic films?
You got a name for him? You got a name for him?
That's the most professional name I've ever heard.
Is he going to go back to Ocho Cinco or what?
Ocho Dingo.
I like it.
That would be pretty good.
Blazing a trail for Danny Cannell. I like that. Future for you after ESPNU. All right, I'm going to hop my girl Marinella. She couldn't be on the set with Uncle Luke, unfortunately, because that would subject us to some possible legal issues. What's going on?
I can't be on the set, but now this has kind of turned into Crimson Tide territory. I have a huge Alabama fan here with me, obviously, and a huge Luther Campbell fan. He has a question for Uncle Luke. Go ahead, Lee. Ask your question.
Luther, I loved you as a lead man for 2 Live Crew. If you were in the locker room right now, what would be your speech to the teams? Roll Tide!
Oh, that's pretty good.
By the way, we didn't subtitle that. We probably should have. He asked you what would be your speech to the team.
Well, you know, being that I'm a coach, you know, I coach at Miami Northwestern right now. I mean, I'll be telling Alabama right now, hey, look, we done been here before. We know how to get this done. You know, it's going to be 4 quarters. We got to get the game. We're going to have to, I mean, if we're going for 1 yard, you're going to have to go for the extra yard.
Gotcha.
You know, if you're going to hit, you're going to have to hit hard. You know, the quarterback, we're going to have to take him out. We definitely got to do that to win this game. And if I was, you know, on the Notre Dame side, I'll be like, pray for your life. Because Bama is going to roll over us.
You're not going to give them no added motivation, no King of Diamonds, nothing?
No, not the Catholics. You know, I love Catholics, but I mean, hey, no. But seriously, I mean, Notre Dame, I mean, their coach is going to have to basically tell them, say, hey, look, you know, you're the underdog. You came in here. You're going to have all the fans, but you're still an underdog. Bama done been there before, you know, and Bama knows what to do to get it done. So what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to play our hearts out all day, every day, the whole 4 quarters and get it done. You know, and they got to basically, they're going to have to do that.
You're watching Unite, ESPN's first and only late night show.